Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today on a day where I didn't expect to give you guys a double upload, but I had to separate this from what I will be giving you guys later on tonight. So make sure you guys are going to be here for that. In order to be here for the content as it drops, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Don't forget the socials as well, where you can keep up to date with all things going on away from this channel in and of itself. We're going to discuss Eden Hazard because this morning, we've got news, and news that I have to say is it bittersweet? We were expecting this. We were expecting that Eden Hazard was going to retire early, but it's official. He has officially retired from football, and I think it's only right that we give a separate video to go over some moments. You know, this is going to be quite a little bit of a nostalgic, informal chat where we can all just reminisce a little bit together about such a top player that Chelsea had and such a player that Real Madrid thought they were getting. But I'm going to come to why he's decided to retire now. He's decided to retire at 32, and why he's not just, I'd say, decided to, he's been forced to. So let's get into it. I'll give you all the info, and then we can get into our own thoughts and have a little trip down memory lane, because I think it's warranted for a legend like Eden Hazard, a player that we wouldn't mind having right now. That's for sure. I think it's only right. So let's start off. Here's the latest. So we had the news this morning breaking: Eden Hazard retires. We have Jose Mourinho. And this is where I'm going to go into a little bit of detail very shortly. But before we do, let me show you this. Official: Eden Hazard, 32, has retired from football. 749 professional appearances, 200 goals, 193 assists, and 15 trophies. Statement: you must listen to yourself and say stop at the right time. That's obviously a typo. It's not stay, it's say. And he decided to have some things to say. So we're going to get into his statement. When it came out, it was official. He went on socials, he went on Instagram, and he came out to say this. So here it is. Eden Hazard has announced his retirement. If we go into the detail, Fabrizio clarifies it pretty nicely. Eden Hazard announces his retirement from professional football. Hazard says, "You must listen to yourself and say stop at the right time. After 16 years and more than 700 matches played, I have decided to end my career as a professional footballer. I was able to realize my dream. I have played and had fun on many pitches around the world. During my career, I was lucky to meet great managers, coaches, and teammates. Thank you to everyone for these great times. I will miss you all. I also want to thank the clubs I have played for: Lille, Chelsea, and Real Madrid, and thanks to the RBFA for my Belgian selection. A special thank you to my family, my friends, my advisors, and the people who have been close to me in good times and bad. Finally, a huge thank you to you, my fans, who have followed me for all these years and for your encouragement everywhere I have played. Now is the time to enjoy my loved ones and have new experiences. See you off the field soon, my friends." And then, yeah, pictures of him with his Champions League that he was striving to win whilst he was at Chelsea and never got the opportunity to, although at Chelsea he did have the chance to win everything else. So yeah, it's a sad day. It's a sad day. Very, very sad day. Now I'm going to go through the stats of Eden Hazard before we get into the moments and one thing in particular. So his I'm going to talk Chelsea here. I'm not going to talk Real Madrid because, let's be honest, at Real Madrid barely anything happened, and for the reason that I'm going to come on to. But he joined Chelsea in the year 12-13 season and racked up 62 games, 13 goals, 24 appearances. After that, his first season under Jose was where he managed to get 49 games, 17 goals, and 10 assists. We won the title in 14-15. And he had 52 games, 19 goals, 13 assists in a season where people deemed us to be defensive. Eden Hazard was racking up goals and assists for fun. Then we had the 15-16 season. We don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about it. I'm going to mention it because it was such a horrific season. 43 games, 6 goals and 8 assists. That season was too funny. Willian was the man of that season, for goodness sakes. He was the only one that showed up. Anyway, 16-17, where we ended up winning the title. Under Antonio Conte. Antonio Conte's first season, we switched to a 3 at the back after we were halfway at half-time against Arsenal, when you guys remember. And funnily enough, in a season, again, that was deemed to be ultra defensive. And as I said, we went on to win the title. 43 games, 17 goals and 7 assists. Then we had the second season under Antonio Conte, 52 games, 17 goals and 13 assists. He was always consistent, and that wasn't really a top season. We had a bad season in the league, but we won the FA Cup. And then Maurizio Sarri walked in. And that was the season where I'd say it went pretty well for him. And we had 52 games, 21 goals, 17 assists before he then decided to depart and head off to Real Madrid, whilst Frank Lampard came into Chelsea and Eden Hazard had left. So, unbelievable career for Chelsea. Won every single trophy there was to be won. Won the Premier League, won the FA Cup, won the League Cup, won the Europa League. Did not win the Champions League. Went on to Real Madrid and won that by default, if we're being completely honest. I mean, look, I've just got his stats for his first season at Real Madrid. He played 22 games. Scored 1 goal, 7 assists. The injuries hit him like crazy as soon as he walked through the door at Real Madrid. Some people argue if he had stayed at Chelsea and not gone off for his dream move, it was his dream move, as he kept quoting it to everybody, to go to Real Madrid. Some people say if he had not gone, if he had stayed at Chelsea, maybe he would have managed to keep up the same momentum, or maybe the injuries would have caught up with him anyway. Maybe he left Chelsea at the perfect moment before his body deteriorated. Now, we go back to what I showed you earlier on, which is this. Jose Mourinho. In this interview, after we played against Spurs, I'm not going to play the clip for you because it'll be copyrighted, but he said this crucial thing. Maybe one day we don't have Eden Hazard. Go and watch that clip. And you'll hear what Jose has to say. It's funny. When Jose talks, when he says something, it always takes a few years to marinate, and then it hits everybody. All of a sudden, everyone gets hit with this storm. It's like, oh, what he said back then. Wow, he was right. This press conference that he was super clear on Eden Hazard. Super clear. Where I'm going to read it out for you. I can't play it for you, but I'm going to read it out for you. He said, the people that are in love with football in this country, people must be in love with Eden Hazard. And I think the way match after match, he's being punished by opponents and is not being protected by referees. Maybe one day we don't have Eden Hazard. He said there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 fouls, aggressive fouls. The kick, then a kick, then a kick, and more kicks. The kid is resisting because he's a fantastic kid. He's strong physically. But I think this is also another problem. And that was in reference to the fact that he just kept getting fouled after foul, after foul, after foul, after foul. Kick after kick after kick. And he was taking it. But Jose was clear and said, if this keeps going and if nothing is done about the amount of punishment he's taking, the day will come when we don't have an Eden Hazard. Today is that day. Today is that day. At age 30, he deteriorated. He declined. Fast, sharp. His body just broke. Everything just broke. And today at 32, where players are lasting till 38, 39 for fun, Eden Hazard is forced to retire at 32 because his body just cannot go anymore. And his words, where he says you have to be able to know when the time is right. You have to listen to yourself and say stop at the right time. And he's listened to himself and it is the right time. It's sad, but it was always going to happen. So today is that day. Eden Hazard has retired, and it's a sad day because you'd think there's more to offer. There was more to do. Even at Real Madrid, there was a lot more to do. Unfortunately, it's not coming to fruition, and his dream move ended up being a little bit of a nightmare. Despite the trophies, but he didn't really play. He didn't really take part much. However, what he did take part in is what we're going to reminisce on for to wrap up on the video. I want to ask you guys your favorite top moments of Eden Hazard. Let me know in the comments. For me, man, there's so many. He came to Chelsea when he was wearing the number 17, and he lit it up straight away. Some people would say he had a bad season. It wasn't a bad season. His first season was not a bad season, but he was lighting it up. You could see how quick he was, but he wasn't physically strong. And it was only after one summer where he showed up and you could see he'd put on muscle. His center of gravity got lower. He was able to go on that 180 even quicker. When you remember, he used to do those quick 180s and take the ball and run, and defenders used to be like, hang on, he was right in front of me. Where's he gone? And he's in the dust. For me, look, as I said, that first season, but the title-winning season under Mourinho was where we got to see Eden Hazard in his ruthless arc, should I say. I remember, this is going to sound weird, but I remember that penalty against Crystal Palace, because that was the goal that won us the title. Officially, we became champions because of that goal against Crystal Palace. I remember being at the bridge for that and watching as he hit the penalty, he missed, and then he tapped it in, and then we scored and we won the game 1-0. 1-0? I think, yeah, we won that 1-0. And we won the title. That was a key moment. Key moment. But there were moments that came after. In that Sarri season, he was scoring goals for fun, assists for fun. We saw what he done against Arsenal in the Europa League final. Absolute glorious game. We also saw what he done, that was the hat-trick. We saw what he done against Liverpool at Anfield, if you remember, where he managed to take the ball straight in between the legs on the right-hand side, dribbling into the box, smashes it, gets Chelsea the win. It's what Chelsea don't have now. Someone that's just going to go, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Listen, 1-2, 1-2, thank you. Let me deal with it, lads, let me deal with it. All of you, come at me. Goal. Thank you very much. Like, we don't have a player that's going to take the game by the scruff of the neck and just sort it out by himself. The goal against West Ham, if you remember, where he just decided to go through 3 or 4 West Ham defenders and slot it in order to get us up and running. Man, just an unbelievable player. An unbelievable player. And it's sad to see him go like this. A top player like that should be able to retire on his own terms. He's not retired on his own terms. He's retired because his body's told him to. So I'm going to end with, as I've said, once again, asking all of you guys, let me know your favourite moments, your top moments of Eden Hazard. The one that I've mentioned? Or are there any others? Please, there's going to be more. There's much more. I can't give Eden Hazard justice. If I go through all of my top moments, I'll be here for about 5 hours. I'm not going to do that. So let me know your key moments of Eden Hazard in the Chelsea shirt, even in the Real Madrid shirt, if you think that he did smash it for any games during Real Madrid, although his body was already starting to break. And let me know down below. Much appreciated. But I do want to say, to wrap up, Eden Hazard, happy retirement. Enjoy your time with your family. Thank you for all the memories. Thank you for everything you gave in a Chelsea shirt. Eden Hazard was one of those players I truly believed could have gone on to win the Ballon d'Or. And I was saying this when he was at Chelsea. I was saying he needs to push himself more. Push yourself more, because you can win the Ballon d'Or. But we already know Eden Hazard was a player that liked to be relaxed. He was a player that didn't strive to be the absolute best in everything, but just to be a good member of the team, and in order to help the team and play his football, and he was content with that. He was happy with that. As I've said, I personally think he could have taken himself to the next level. He had potential to, but he didn't want to. And he's still done what he done. I think that's evidence in terms of the sort of player that he was. So, happy retirement. Thank you for everything that you gave in a Chelsea shirt. Wish you the best. To yourself, to your family, to your life after football. Good luck, and it's a sad day. it's a sad day. So let me know your thoughts down below. Much appreciated. And once again, in order to catch the content as it drops, do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified once I have uploaded. Another video will be coming later as we wrap up today's news. I'm sure there's going to be news, so be here for my opinions on it all later on tonight for video number 2. Much appreciated. Don't forget, check out the socials. They are on screen and all in the description for you right now, as well as Shootout, as the content is coming back very, very imminently. So keep your eyes on Shootout. Much appreciated. And yeah, once again, let me know all of your Eden Hazard memories in the comment section below, and I will see all of you later on for video number 2. Thank you all so much for watching. See you a lot later. Have a good one, people. Take care and peace.